Yeah, it's time to start the show. Off the top rope, 4-figure leg lock. Ric Flair with the chest chop. Haters wonder why I never tap out. A young king like DeMarcus. Undertaker with a coffin. Choke slam so often. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, the boy keep flossing. Man, the boy keep talking. I'm with David. I'm to say. And I got something to say. And I got something to say. Let's start the show.
Welcome to Wrestling with Things, and you know what time it is. You know the drill. We are giving you pay-per-view predictions for the Smackdown Live exclusive pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, with 2 Hell in a Cell matches on the card. So without further ado, we are going to get right into it. Sammy, the first match on the card, Randy Orton going one-on-one versus Rusev. This rivalry has been going on for like a little bit over a month. Rusev stole his win back. Randy Orton RKO'd him out of nowhere, beat him fairly quickly. So this is kind of the tiebreaker. Who you got?
I got Rusev.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shocks me, because you've been harsh on Rusev.
I got Rusev because, you know, at the end of the day, this is what Randy Orton's job is. This is what he's here to do. He's here to give back to the younger guys. And
I respect
he
that.
has to go in there and do his job because Rusev's been a little cold.
I respect that. I think Rusev can use no matter what you say, beating Randy Orton more times than he beat you is a rub, and he can use that, you know, and move on to maybe something, you know, a little higher up the card. Next match on the card, Dolph Ziggler, aka the Shawn Michaels wannabe, aka the guy who steals gimmicks, and aka Bailey. He don't know who the hell he is, versus Bobby Roode.
The loser.
Bobby Roode's going to win this match. I think this is a way to kind of, you know, I'm going to relate this to, you know, the NBA. You know, when there's a player on the team that just tries to play to, you know, get his numbers up a little bit, we call that padding stats. I think this is basically WWE's way. This is a way to pad Bobby Roode's stats when he just came to the main roster saying he beat Ziggler. He's going to beat Ziggler decisively.
Yeah, that's not even that's a no-brainer right there, because, you know, Bobby Roode needs to skyrocket to where he needs to be, and that's the main event.
And for the WWE World Tag Team Championships, the New Day versus the Uso inside the Hell in a Cell structure. When is the last time we've seen a tag team Hell in a Cell match? I legitimately can't remember one in recent memory. Who you got in this match?
I got New Day, yeah. New Day all the way.
I think it's a toss-up. Both teams are always a safe pick, but I'm going to say New Day as well. I think New Day are going to hold it on until one of the newer NXT tag teams come up and, you know, pose a new threat, because New Day's beating everybody there is to really beat, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next match for the WWE Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura versus the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. I think Jinder Mahal holds on to the belt. I think WWE's satisfied with his progression. I think they like the direction his character continues to go in. He's not doing anything spectacular. He's not giving 5-star matches. He's not giving 5-star promos. But at the end of the day, he's steadily getting better every time you see him on TV. You steadily see his confidence coming along. He got his body transformed and right. And he just really does look like a bad guy you want to root against, and the anti-America thing always works. So I don't see a reason to take it off of him. I just think Shinsuke's not ready at this moment.
I actually disagree. I think Shinsuke Nakamura wins this title because
it would be too soon.
No, but for all the reasons why,
it would be a dud.
All the reasons you just said. You know, Jinder's not giving the 5-star matches. Jinder's not giving the 5-star promos. And he's kind of been going on a little too long, you know, for somebody his caliber. You know, it's time to get all those things from the champion. And that's what Nakamura can bring.
And the next match on the card for the Smackdown Women's Championship, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. I'm still surprised Natalya is the Women's Championship. But nonetheless, who you got, Sammy?
Charlotte Flair. Her father's going through some trouble, so I think this would be a good it'll be a good present.
You want to talk about curveball? Forget that curveball about Zach LaVine, about that we heard not too long ago. Here's the real curveball. Charlotte Flair will win, but Carmella is going to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase on Charlotte, because what better way to get heat in the wrestling world than to cash in on Charlotte Flair, whose father just went through that tragedy in the hospital, and then Carmella could run down Ric Flair in her promos, and who knows, maybe we see a Ric Flair appearance and she slaps him, and you could do a whole bunch with them. I think those guys could have, those women could have a really great program, and it'd be a new feud. I got Carmella walking out with the women's championship. Next match on the card. I definitely think this closes the night.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. Who do you got?
I got Kevin Owens. I feel like this is something that's gonna give Kevin Owens a lot of heat for you. You know, you seen what he did to his father. You know, headbutting him. You know, making him bleed a little bit there. I think going in and saying I beat your dad and I beat your son. You know, I feel like that would be a good next step for him.
You know, I'm probably going to be the most unpopular person on the internet, but I think Shane McMahon has to win, and he will win this match.
Wow.
Couple reasons. I know Shane McMahon is technically not an actual wrestler. He's more of an executive that wrestles from time to time. But Shane McMahon has lost every match since he's returned last year. I get it. You don't necessarily need to make someone like Shane McMahon go on a winning streak. But at the same time, in order to give his aura some respect, when he does have these part-time matches, he has to notch a few W's. Even Vince McMahon notched a few W's back in his day by hook or by crook, even if he had to cheat to do it. So I know he's not Vince. He fights better than Vince. So he deserves a couple more wins under his belt from time to time. And also, he lost the last Hell in a Cell match he had. There's no reason why he should look dumb and look like he fell for the same mistakes he fell for last time and lose this Hell in a Cell. I think it'd be too predictable, and I think we could get a good, happy ending if the McMahon family comes out and sabotages Kevin Owens, allowing Shane McMahon to win, and that still protects Kevin Owens' character.
Oh, come on, man. This dude, he's not real. He's not, at this point.
I like you want to go the mundane, predictable, internet dirt sheet message board way that everybody on the internet wants. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, internet darling. Why not we do something
this guy's not a real fighter.
He is a fighter.
He's not a real fighter.
He's a good fighter. He's bigger than half the dudes on the roster.
But he's not young anymore. He's an old ass gray head sitting dude trying to play like his dad.
Shane McMahon
it's not the same.
Shane McMahon could go.
He can go.
That's
why I never said he won't give him a fight.
This guy's one of the best hardcore wrestlers of all time.
When he was younger.
Really think about it. Even now, the man is 46 and he jumped off a cell like about a year ago facing The Undertaker.
I never said he don't.
Not only that, he had AJ Styles smash his head into the windshield and bust him open. I mean, the guy does his stunts. He doesn't take a back seat. He knows he can hate, he can bump. He's not one of those old sluggish guys.
He knows how to risk his body. I do agree with that. But at the same time, at this point in his age, he really doesn't go the same way he went when he was younger. He's here now to just help the guys, you know, go forward with their career. That's what he's here for. Come on.
I've heard it all. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things and like our page on Facebook at Wrestling with Things for all new episodes every single weekend.